Hello, ladies and gents. I must apologize because I made a minor fucky-wucky. I forgot the Peacekeeper existed, which is kind of ironic because it's pretty much the best AR in bo4. So here's the Peacekeeper nuke. I'm running hybrid mag, stock, and rapid fire, along with equipment charger stim shot. I'd remember if I had an IQ over room temperature in Celsius. I'm running stim shot. I'm also running Sniper's Nest, Thresher, and Strike Team. My teammate is running some dumb fucking shit, as was I, because neither of us were running nuclear streaks. We were actually playing against a 5-man in this gameplay, which, you know, obviously means they are going to be quite sweaty. They all quit out, except for one, which is the VMP Spectre by the second round. And this gameplay originally was like 28 minutes, so that's why you're going to see it so heavily cut. It's also in theater mode, as this was recorded quite a while ago. Shout out to my buddy Zahe, even though his streaks were fucky. If I remember correctly, he was running UAV Sniper's Nest and Drone Squad. Don't ask me why, maybe he was going for the calling card or some shit. This is 100+ nuclear, so I drop over 100 kills. That's why there's some of the more dead space here, and you will see me die, which obviously isn't that common in a nuclear video, because I tend to cut out the before and after of what really isn't that interesting. But I think this is all, you know, somewhat enjoyable here, because you get to see me struggle against this 5-man of losers until I end up dropping streaks on their foreheads. They do end up capping the first round, but I cap off spawn in the second and get another set of streaks. That's pretty much when, again, all of them except for the VMP Spectre rage quit. My buddy Zahe was playing Crash to give me ammo because he's a legend. This is, I believe, our first ever duo nuke together. We had dropped nukes together before, and he had almost nuked me. He was one of the first 3 people to ever get a brutal on me. And this is ironically how we became friends, and I ended up killing him because I headshotted him with a Molotov cocktail. He didn't like that very much, and we ended up becoming friends within the next week. But once again, this was our first ever, like, nuke as a duo. We did get another 100 bomb this day before this when I was going for the Peacekeeper nuke, so I'll post that sometime in the future. That's a fun gameplay as well. But I, you know, wanted to get this one out as I was trying to finish up the Nuke with Every Gun series, and had obviously forgot this gun existed, which again is quite ironic because it is literally the best AR in bo4. And another reason why that's kind of stupid is because, you know, this is a really cool gameplay. It's a 100 bomb nuke versus a fucking 5-man on Seaside. It's not a super common gameplay you're going to see, because this is a fairly SMG and shotgun-dominated map, because it's almost all close quarters in most modes, unless you're, like, sitting far right side and, like, control with an ICR. And, of course, because we're not playing control, it is very CQB-dominated, once again making it very interesting that I managed to get an AR nuke on this map. Of course, while it's not impossible, it's just a little bit less likely. I chill on one side of the map, wait for the enemies to respawn, and then shoot them again ad nauseum until I get my nuclear. But the reason this does become a little bit of a struggle is because these guys were still trying to put up a fight in the first 2 rounds. I had run back and forth a lot, which slowed down the nuclear a lot and made the gameplay a lot longer. I think I cut it down to a reasonable size. It's just under 8 minutes here, and I really hope you guys end up enjoying it. This is a fun gameplay, and you see, I think it's for my Merciless. I end up, like, fucking 1080ing a kid, just to be a cunt, and then I stand there clipping it, and I somehow don't die. I guess it's because I had streaks up, but I definitely didn't deserve to get this gameplay. I was more playing to be disrespectful than anything else, because these guys were using VMPs and shit, and I didn't like them very much. You'll even see Zahe shoot one of their bodies at one point later in the match. I believe it's in the final round, or second to final round. And, whilst I do get a lot of kills, it really isn't interesting in its unedited format. I got bored, and I'm the one who did it, and I feel like that's a very good indicator to whether it would be enjoyable as an unedited video, so that's why I decided to cut it down. If you guys don't really like that, that's fine. The final nuke is a lot more raw, I guess, because it's in a far shorter form game mode, one with a 10-minute time limit, compared to CTF, where I can have this game go on for like 50 minutes if I decide to hold it. You will see that I do get my nuke pretty late and don't really get a lot of unstoppables because of that, because all of them ended up rage quitting, and people joined and they were AFK and they got AFK kicked, which is quite unfortunate, but obviously isn't the end of the world. Once again, I hope you guys enjoy. Comment section for any questions. I basically abuse the Purifier and Reactor Core to pick up some kills here and there, but most of it is just the Peacekeeper. It just shreds. I use this class because it is the fastest in terms of TTK, but still has a good balance of mobility, along with giving a more flexible playstyle with that hybrid mags, right? Basically allows me to play the way I like, hyper-aggressive. So, any questions, comment section. I have a Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Follow me at DyreClaw on those if you're interested. And I announce videos on both Twitter and Instagram because YouTube usually decides not to give y'all notifications. But if you want to try to anyway, you can just subscribe and then click the bell and then select it from personalized to all, and then YouTube will think about giving you notifications if they want to that day. But if that doesn't sound good, you can check out my Twitter and my Instagram where I announce the videos on my story / in a tweet. So I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna have another variety video up on Thursday, and then the Koshka nuke, which will be the last main video in this series. Thank you guys so much for the support. Love each and every one of y'all. Have a great day. Peace.